Let's keep moving.
Let's do it.
What's
Our
next?
last topic in this first group. There were some rumors. This was coming out of Warner Brothers, correct? They're the ones that make the Harry Potter games.
Yes.
Uh,
Harry Potter.
yeah. So
Harry
there are
Potter.
there was some leaked footage,
Ron
leaked gameplay
Weasley.
of a Harry Potter RPG. It seemed
Dumbledore. Sorry.
Dumbledore.
Hermione. There's a Hermione one part. That yeah. There's like everyone.
Hermione.
Yeah.
Hermione. We found the source of the ticking.
No, and then the other stupid
pipe
videos
bomb.
that Anthony likes and like Leviosa.
Oh yeah. Wingardium Leviosa.
Run! Put my clothes back on or something. I forgot what he did, but like basically like that was funny. Harry.
So anyway,
Sorry, yeah.
there is rumored to be now a new Harry Potter RPG. We attempted to find the footage, and it was blocked by Warner Brothers on YouTube, correct? It was like a copyright. Was it a copyright claim against that video?
Well, I searched for it on Twitter, or not Twitter, on YouTube. I found it this morning on Twitter, but it was like watching, when people videotape something at Comic-Con, and you
Like potato phone kind of quality.
Yeah, but it wasn't terrible. Where you can like make out things. The little like thumbnails I was showing you, that was like the quality of the video. But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's weird how they confirmed it like that, but it's cool because it was really early in the morning. But they since then, and then when we were about to start recording the other podcast, when I was showing you and I was trying to look up the video to like, and then I believe Warner Brothers have taken all that stuff down, which is a good sign in a way because like they're like, oh crap, someone leaked this. But I don't know who's making the game for them. I'm guessing maybe it's a studio that's connected to the Batman stuff. I don't know who's developing this particular.
Well, Batman
game.
was Insomniac, right? Which just finished Spider-Man, so I would guess that it's probably not them.
Yeah, but there's been different studios that have worked on games for them, for the Batman series.
Okay.
I think it was like Arkham Knight. I think was a different studio because that was like the fourth game in the series, and then the original studio that made the three moved on.
I think it was 2 and 1. I think Insomniac did 2 and the 1.
Okay.
Like probably not Arcane, but like something like that. It was like a smaller studio did the third one.
Yeah, because either that or the team that was working on the Lord of the Rings games, right? Because that's a Warner Brothers product as well, or IP.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if WB does the Lord of the Rings games.
Because from what I remember, I think they moved the Batman teams over to do that one as well. So that would make sense. But the game looked it looked like something I would want to try. I'm not too sure how good it's going to be. It's something I've always wanted. I've always talked to you about this.
Mm-hmm.
About like where you basically start their game right where the last movie ends, and you're like one of the kids in the train. What do you call them? The box, the thing you sit in.
The Hogwarts Express.
Yeah, but the things you sit in.
Oh, like the train car, or the cabin.
Yeah, the cabin. So like you end up in the cabin where Harry Potter's kids are and stuff. And
okay.
Yeah, and then that's where the game starts, where you talk to them. That would be like, that's like my ideal way of to start the game, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Just the way it looked. But yeah, the customization and stuff, it looked very similar to like a Fable looking game in my eyes. Just the animations and stuff, the way you walked around. So I was like, okay. I wouldn't be fine if graphically it wasn't too real. It had more of a like too realistic, and it had more of a look of. Well, I mean, even like a BioShock kind of way, because BioShock kind of looks a little off from like actually looking real. You know what I mean? So something like that, or what was the other game I was gonna say? Like a For Honor kind of looks like not too similar, but like, you know what I mean? It has that kind of similar kind of look. But that was like the look of the game. I really didn't see too much besides them holding like a wand and using magic. But it looked decent. I'm not too sure whenever they're gonna announce this. I mean, I don't know if they have some kind of expo coming up, or there's PAX just ended, so they didn't show it at PAX probably, or maybe they did. Then maybe
no, I don't think so.
Because I mean, maybe it was about the thing behind doors or something like that, and then someone, you know what I mean?
I guess
Or
that's possible.
yeah. So I don't know where they got the footage from. I hope this is like a real thing. Like, I hope it's not like something that's totally fake or something like that, or someone. Because I think this has happened before, with like a Marvel game and like a Star Wars game, where like it was like a fan made thing, and then it ended up not being the game or an actual thing. But the way it looks, like we've said that the Warner Brothers have, like on the actual screen for the YouTube video, it says like Warner Brothers have taken this down. So it was like, okay, that's a good sign that this is probably legit.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, I don't know who's making this game, and I have no idea when this game. I mean, the way it looked like it could come out like next year, like maybe fall or summer next year. I wouldn't, depending on what comes out in the fall next year. It seemed like it would be.
I would say it would probably be good. Any game like this, I would say, is a good summer game.
Yeah, because I don't think in the
or
beginning,
even spring.
I wouldn't touch the beginning of the year. No,
not this year. This year is pretty heavy in the beginning.
Yeah,
I mean, I think really the beginning of the year has been heavy for the last couple of years. So yeah, a good like summer game. I think, like you, this is something that I would definitely try. I think the only Harry Potter games that exist are just the movie adaptations.
Yeah, the Activision, I think, made those, I believe.
I'm not sure.
It's either that or like THQ or something like that. Because I remember you and Josh always got those games and borrowed them just to get the 100 gamer score.
The 1,000 gamer score.
That was 100.
No, it's 1,000.
It's 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, max out of 1,000.
Yeah, and so I remember you guys always used to play these games, and then like I don't think I've ever played one, or maybe I might have borrowed one or something like that to like see like if your theory works. And I believe I got the 1,000, so I was like, okay.
See, there you go.
But that's
you can thank me later.
That's when I was like, I don't really care about gamer score at all. But
yeah. Where probably this game is gonna live or die is. Well, I guess what I would like to see is some sort of system that they have for sorting people. Like I want this to be as separate as possible from like Harry, Ron, Hermione, Voldemort.
Oh, okay.
Like I want this to be like its own thing, like in a different. Maybe you can get away with it being like after the end of the Deathly Hallows. I'm not really sure when the Cursed Child thing is set.
Cursed Child.
Yeah, so they made, I think it was a book and then a play, or maybe it was a play first and then a book. It's called Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's like another story or whatever.
Okay, after.
I think it's after. I don't remember. It could be before.
Because I think the only thing I've ever known is the Fantastic Beasts, which just came out.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I would want to see something where they have some sort of, like, literally like a questionnaire for you to be sorted, but your decision also factors. Like I want it to be. It's hard to say authentic because it's like a made up universe, but like authentic to what we know as Harry Potter. And like from the books and the movies, and I don't know like what really the quest and stuff would be, because really the only thing that we've had is like tied to Voldemort and like House Slytherin basically.
Oh.
But yeah, and another like make or break point in this will be how the spells are implemented, like both like in how you use them and how like you fight with them, like like a battle will go.
Well, to answer what I can come up with for the Sorting Hat is like decisions that you're making on your way towards the Sorting Hat. When like you do the exact, like I said, like you go from the train all the way to the night where you do the Sorting Hat, where you're making certain decisions, and then that'll be able to put you in a certain category for the Sorting Hat, and where you're not choosing in a way. The combat, what I'm thinking is like a combo. You're like building, like you have to hit like a certain amount of whatever combination,
like inputs.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't want anything to do with like where you have to like you're hitting like you're circling the stick or something like that. Or
that's
maybe,
the way it was in the movie adaptation.
Yeah, so maybe you're hitting like a certain amount of button combination, and then you're doing a certain like you have to hit the stick at a right point after you hit the like the combo, and then that's when like depending on like the power or something like that. I don't know, and then the timing. I think that would be interesting. But yeah, I think the timeline is gonna be weird. I think that's gonna be the most important thing, where it ends up, because that can make it break you. But I think Harry Potter's, I mean, it's pretty well known IP, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't be able to sell copies to people that don't even play games as often too. I think Harry Potter appeals to both genders, a variety of people of all ages, and this might get people to want to play video games a little bit more. I don't know. It just depends. Because I think the consoles at the moment are pretty affordable for people. So if like someone for some reason, because I know
Depends when this is released.
yeah, I depend. I mean, like there's enough Harry Potter fans that don't even own consoles too, because like they're just reading or they just don't care as much. But if they hear like, oh man, there's this Harry Potter game that's really good, you could be like so and so or something like that. You know what I mean? You can curate this and like you can talk to Harry Potter and people are like, I want to play this. I think they've had like a couple of phone games or something like that too. But I don't know how good those have been. But yeah, I think it has a lot of potential, honestly. Not that this is gonna make Harry Potter bigger than what it is, but it has the potential to do that. It'd be interesting to do a game like this in right after Harry Potter, but it'd also be interesting like if that's so successful to do something back, like you go even before, like you play as what's his name from Fantastic Beasts. What's the main character's name?
I haven't seen any of those movies.
Oh,
or that one movie.
Yeah, because that's Jude Law, and then the other kid. It's not MacGyver. It's not Scrooge. It's a really cool name, but it'd be cool to play something related to him going into school, because he's kind of like in his early 20s, I guess, in the movies. It'd be interesting to go and grow up with him throughout school, and then you interact with Dumbledore at a younger age, while he's a professor at Hogwarts and stuff. It'd be interesting to see how all that works.
I think if it had to be tied to like the current canon that we have, I think I would want it to be before Voldemort attacks, like before Voldemort kills Lily and James, but like when he was like rising to power, or like in power or whatever, like then, like leading up to like before Harry Potter basically, but like with like Lily and James and Severus and Sirius Black and like those people, but like before the kids that we know.
Yeah, I mean, you could even have it to where you grow up with Harry's parents, too.
Yeah,
you go to school with them in a way. But I want to see some dark stuff in this game for sure. I want to see.
See, but you can't have that and have it appealing to like everyone and people that don't play games. And
yeah,
like,
but I think
that.
Harry Potter, like when it started out, was like pretty light, and then at the end it got pretty dark with a lot of not main characters, but a lot of characters you saw over the years pass away or get killed and whatnot. So I think it has to get like once you get to towards the end of the game, that's when it starts to get real. That's what I mean. But I mean, they can do something where. I mean, in my head, like I don't know how they're gonna work out the years you go there.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I was just gonna say. That
I don't know if that's a one game or you know what I mean. Like, who knows how far this game could go and how in depth it can be. But I'm pretty excited for this. I mean, I would hope this game is successful and is gonna be a polished product when it comes out, to where it kind of opens up the door for different type of movie IPs that have RPGs like this. But this is one I think it's a lot of people have not been wanting, but it like has been like Harry Potter would like after seeing like Elder Scrolls and like Fallout, like Harry Potter would kind of do pretty good like in this kind of like setting or kind of play style. Like it seemed like it would work, and plus you have brooms and stuff to fly around in. That'd be crazy. But yeah,
could play Quidditch.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be that was an online thing or something, like a little mini game. That would be fun. I don't know how they're gonna I don't know how much time they're gonna invest in that, but that would be very entertaining. Like even as a game on its own, that would be pretty entertaining. It's like FIFA flying.
I don't know. It depends on how difficult they make it to catch the snitch.
Exactly, but yeah.
In any case, let us know what you guys think of the potential of a Harry Potter game. How you would like to see like the progression, what time period you want to see it set in, or like would you rather it be separate on its own, like make their own story?
I think it would be disappointing if they do like an alternate universe, but like with the Harry Potter kind of like stuff in it. That would suck.
Yes, that would be probably the worst thing they could do.
Yeah.
Besides just making it like set to the movie like timeline, or like book timeline.